Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Today I thought I'd review over some old tech that I've acquired over time. I couldn't find everything that I had. I know I got a few things here in the house that I just haven't found yet. But I thought I'd share a few things with you guys today. And let me know how you like it in the comments below. Okay? See if any of these bring up a memory or two to you. Okay, the first one that I have is this item. As you can tell from the back, it says Sony. Can you guess what it is from the back? It's got a nice long cord attached to the bottom of it. If you guessed a Sony Watchman, you'd be correct. This one I got back, I think 94, 95. And I tried, when I dug it out, this whole compartment here on this side had a battery still in it, and it was corroding everything. I did have an adapter, and I tried it after I cleaned it up with just the adapter too. Let me get this thing back together. See if it worked, and it doesn't. But we couldn't get anything anyway. It's not like it's HDMI, and it doesn't allow a cable hookup or anything like that. Had like your off, your VHF, and your UHF bands. Then you had your brightness control, and your volume control. And over here is the speaker at the bottom of it. There's your bands listed up top here. A little dial will go across. Tell you which one, from the screen it'll go across and it'll tell you which one you're on. Over here is your channel control, plus for up, minus for down of course, and then you had a little headphone jack here. Took four AA batteries, and it ate them up pretty good. Even though it wasn't cable ready or HDMI ready, or it did have an LCD screen, and it was pretty good for its day. I think that's about all I got to say about that. All right, let's move on to the other one. Next retro tech is a digital video camera, which is a generic. It's not a brand at all. It's an off brand. Doesn't have any name on it or anything. It uses 3 AA batteries. You just put them in the compartment on the side here. If I can show you here, get it open. There. It's a little tight. I'm gonna put the 3 batteries, and this one does work. That TV is the only tech that I had that I couldn't get to work. So much for the battery compartment. There we go. All right, it's got a little speaker here. Get your adjust for your aperture and your lights, and your mic, and your lens, of course, and micro and landscape mode, your shutter button. It's got an AV out and mini USB out. Your AV would plug here at a 1/4-inch plug that go out to some RCA video and audio. This you could use for a video camera for your PC or a USB mass storage device so it could offload onto your hard drive. The specs on the side say it's 3.1 megapixels interpolation, and it's a 4x digital zoom only. There's no optical zoom, it's only digital zoom. Flips onto the side here. It's got a little, I think it's like maybe a 1 1/4, maybe a 1 1/2 inch screen. It's got the plus and the minus on the zoom here. This is where you'd zoom. This is your mode button right here, right by my thumb, where you'd set it to take pictures or movies. This is your cursor, where you go up to play, back and forth in your menus, and down to delete, and then of course your power button. Let's turn it on. If I can get it, come on. There we go. And a little welcome sign. Let's see, right now it's set to record on movies. And that means audio's on. And I believe that's audio focus. And your battery level and your zoom level. Let's try. Okay, there's zoom going up. It goes up to 4 only. Can't really get you into perspective to where you can see too much. Something in the other room. Some clothes I got on a bench there. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a decent digital zoom for its day. It does have where you could turn the light on and off. I think that's where you do it. I think you do that in movie though. Let's see what we got on here. So I'm gonna hit play, and then you hear the shutter button on top to play. Let's see, we try a different one here. I think there was another one here. No, I think that's, let's see. Let's play again. Okay. Let's hit OK on that. Sorry for the bad lighting here. This is not going well. Okay, I'm going to stop that. Alright, that'll be enough of that. Let's move on to the next subject. It says bye-bye. Close that up, put that to the side. Now this is my Nikon Coolpix, what is it, S3500, okay? This one I got just a little bit ago. It is older tech though. It is from 2013. It's not Wi-Fi enabled, but you can get a memory card, which the memory cards go right in here. They call it iFi. They're way more expensive than regular memory cards. And it'll upload to like your phone or your PC. Right now I just got a SanDisk 8 gigabyte right here and now into the camera. Let's put that back in. Oh, I think I got it backwards. Yes, I do. Put it back in. And this is the battery. Oh, let's get that off. There we go. I bought other batteries for it recently too, just because this one's a 1000 milliamp. The original, which is over here in the charger, is same model number, which is ENL19 for this model camera. 3.7 volt, just like that but this is only 700 milliamp hours. Okay, this is 1,000, so this you can last longer on this. Okay, let's put that back in. Slide the door shut. That's for your tripod. That's your mic. Or I'm sorry, that's your speaker. This is your mic right here, this little hole right by my thumb. And this is your sensor, your digital sensor, and of course your flash. It's 20.1 megapixels, 7 times optical zoom, 4 times digital zoom on top of that. And it's got all the fancy glamour retouch stuff like your filters and stuff like people use on Instagram today. On top is your on and off, your wide and your tight. And you got your movie button, your scene button, your play button. I'm going out of focus here. Okay. Your OK, your scroll where you can turn your flash on and off. You could select your environmental stuff here, and your micro and your timer, your menu, and your delete button, of course. And it's got a pretty nice LED screen here, or is it LCD? I think it's an LCD screen. Let's go ahead and turn it on just to show you what it does when you turn it on. Okay, let me do that again because I didn't have it turned around right. Okay, you see it shut there? Pretty nice. I like it. Now you don't have to have this on. You don't have to have the camera in operation to view what's on the camera if you have stuff on the card already. And it has 25 megabytes of internal memory without the card. But to use it and to store to it, you have to have the card out to do it. So what you do is you hold the play button, and it lights up the back display. And it shows you, if I can tilt this right, how many exposures you had on it. Let me get back to that again. How many exposures you had. So you got 6 total, that's number 5 of 6. And what number JPG it is. And what date and what time. Okay, and what megapixel it is. Well, your battery level. So let's go ahead and go through the pictures. What number is this? Okay. Okay, here's number 2 of 6. What I'm showing you here is just pictures that I took under different circumstances, like macro and landscape. The macro, like this one, this is a macro, and it really came out good. The macro mode on this is really nice. This is the tripod I'm using. It's like a bullshit tripod. It's a generic off-brand Gorilla tripod, but it works. I got it on a deal. What I wanted more for is the phone attachment. Let me go to the one I want here. There we go. This will do an explanation about it.
Which I mainly didn't get it for that. That was a plus that worked. But I wanted the phone mount so you can record with your phone. Put it on a tripod. I got another tripod on an actual Gorilla Pod. So I got this attached to my soldering station, as you can see, the little side, and underneath the phone helping support
Okay. And after that's over, you're going to shut it off. Okay, let's move on. I wonder if anybody knows what this container is about. No, some people do use it to hold weed, but it's supposed to be for your film. My 35mm film, to be exact, it's a 24 exposure. Okay, this is 200 ISO. It's not what's in it. When it got hit, it's 800 ISO 24 exposure. We call it max gold. This is really old school. This is another thing I dug up, old tech that I've had for a very, very long time. I probably had it since, probably about 88, 89. It is a Kodak S series. Auto wide camera. And here's how you open the cover. See, it goes like that. There's extender lens. You can still see how beat up this is. It's so old. There's your ISO levels. Okay. And you slide this out, turn your flash on, and it'll start flashing here in a second. And right to the right of the flash notification is how many exposures you've taken already. Okay, so I've taken 4 of the 24 that's on the new roll. I got a new roll that was in that other thing in there. Now that roll I found with it too. It was unopened. It was unbelievable. The bottom is where the batteries took. It takes 2 AA batteries. I've got it taped with electrical tape because the batteries have been changed out so much that the latch on it won't keep shut. So I had to tape it along the side. You might wonder what this little picture is on here for. Well, a lot of people say cheese, and back when I first owned this camera, I stuck that on there, and I thought I was real smart by saying, hey, instead of saying cheese, I say cheetah. Say cheetah. Okay, so what you do is you look in the viewfinder. You see a little flash going. You make sure the flash is going. And you'd point and shoot. Just like that. Alright. That's all there is to that one. Can't believe that thing still works. Okay, let's move on. Next on the list is my very first MP3 player. Now, it's not an iPod. That did come later, but this is my first MP3 player. Back in the day when MP3s first started getting popular, everybody would record them on their computer so they could play them and store a bunch of music, play it through their computer speakers or whatnot. Well, a lot of people would also buy DVD burners, or I'm sorry, not DVD burners, but back they didn't have DVD burners back then. CDR burners, not rewritables either, by the way. They were just single, and they would stick them in here, and this would read the MP3s for you. See, it says MP3 right there. And have a little display up here, and it would so you would track, and you could see the file number and all that kind of stuff. You could do a search on it. You could do random play, all that kind of stuff. And it had this one had something that, oops, this one had something that, oh, damn, this thing was not shut. There, okay. That a lot of them didn't have, which was, if I can get it to focus here. Well, it was this is a switcher where you turn on and off. 45-second alter and a skip system. What it did is it had a built-in buffer, so like a chip inside of it. And what it would do, it would download all the music beforehand. It's like a delay, 45-second delay. And what you actually heard was 45 seconds later. And if it caught anything bad about it, it would fix it on the fly, and you wouldn't hear that skip. You would still hear perfect stereo quality. Quite nice. And I got this to work today too. I couldn't believe it. The batteries were in it, and they were not corroded. Although the compartment did need to be cleaned a little bit, it was a little bit dirty. I got it to work. Let's see if I can show you. There you go. See, the screen is on. It says no disk. See if we can turn it off. Yep, it's off. Okay. Next one. I know this is going long. Here is, now I have a Sony Walkman Sports and auto reverse too, and I can't find it. I liked it. It was a cassette player auto reverse. Dog hair in there, I guess. Got a couple of dogs here, so you might see a dog here once in a while. This is a Sony Psych. Now, they called it the Sony Psych, but on the back, you can actually see that it says Walkman. People think that these things were all called Discmans. They were later, but at first they were called Walkmans also. Okay. This was a little bit beefier. I got this after the Emerson MP3 player. This is plays MP3s, but it also has a radio band to where you can have FM, AM, TV, or the weather station. Plus it did MP3s. See, it says Walkman right there, not Discman. Really, really nice. And it's still, it plays. It was a little corroded. I had to clean out the bay. And which is weird. It's weird in this one. I have never seen a portable CD player with a battery compartment. If I can get it open here. On the inside. I've always seen them on the outside. This is the only one I've seen like this. It only took one, too. Only took one AA. Very efficient. Okay, let's move on. Next up on the list is a little bit of phone tech. Old phone tech. This is the Motorola Razr. A lot of you guys had one. A lot of people love the flip phones. I know I loved mine. Let's turn it on. If I can turn it on. There we go. Nice display there. Loading up. I wasn't talking about this display. Modern standards, this display sucked. And so did a camera. It's loading up. You don't need to see that. Okay. No personal information on there. Okay. I'll have to edit that out. This is pretty neat. That's my old Mustang. I haven't had that thing in years. Loved that car, but it was terrible in winter. It was pretty freaking cool. I mean, look at this. When I talk about display, I was talking about this. They lit up the numbers, and they lit up the lines in between the numbers and around the cursor. Okay? And you could do pictures and video. I'm going to hit clear here. Clear. Okay, got back to that. I think you could switch from this one. Yeah, my flicks. Yep. There we go. My flick, so you'd hit that. My flick's loading, and I have one video on there. Let's play it. And by the way, the max time, even with an SD card in it, was 15 seconds. And their resolution was awful. Like I said, 15 seconds. That's it. Okay. Let's turn that off. Go on to the next one. The next phone I really loved, and I really hated getting rid of it, but it was time and technology have proved to me that it got better than that, which was my Blackberry Bold. I absolutely loved this phone. It was so nice and compact. It fit in your hand. Right now I'm recording this on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, and it's not this comfortable. It never will be the comfortable. I love the Galaxy 5, Note 5, but this, I never had a phone this comfortable in my hand. It was just great. Let's see how I turn this on again. There we go. Turning it on. Show you what the screen. See, this is really neat. Okay, and what you would use is the ball. I had an earlier Bold. The later Bolds had a touchpad, and that's okay. I'd rather have the ball. I think it's more accurate. It had like weather, Pandora, Yahoo Messenger, texts, messages, and then I'd go down here to hit the app tray. And here's more Pandora, media, visual voicemail, bang, search, camera, stuff like that. Download folder, Google Maps, Facebook, dictionary.com, point, stuff like that. You get the picture. All right. I gotta turn this one off in a little bit. So let's move on to the next one. Hell, by the way, it had a pretty decent camera for that. I mean, 3.2 megapixel autofocus. It was pretty nice. I like this carbon fiber look back too. Really like that. All right, on to the next one. The next one is a really neat phone. It is the HTC Google-backed Thunderbolt. And what this is, right here, is a kickstand. But it's not only a kickstand, there is a nice speaker under here. I had so many compliments when I used this phone. That speaker sounded so good for a phone. People were really impressed by it. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see what it looks like. Oh, by the way, the power button is up here. It had a neat lock screen. Fires up pretty fast. Let's see here. See, I would use this at lunchtime to watch Netflix or whatever. Nice. Of course, you had Facebook and all that. And go down here, your main app drawer. Acrobat Reader, Kindle, Facebook, of course. Settings, Weatherbug, YouTube. Was that Twitch? Can't remember what is it. No, let's watch. I don't think Twitch was embedded back then. Rock Band. Remember playing that. Pretty cool stuff. And it's really cool that all this stuff still works, you know. this was a while ago when I got rid of this. This has been, let's see, 2 phones ago. That has to be at least 7, 8 years, I believe. Okay. Let's go back home. Oh, I didn't want that. I want to go menu. How do I do? There we go. Okay. Let's turn this off. Okay. Now, on to the next one is my phone before the one I'm using this one. It is a Samsung Galaxy Note 2. I'm on the 5 now, so I skipped 3 and I skipped 4. Tim has got 4. My partner Tim's got 4. And he loves it. And it's got removable media, unlike mine. Mine's permanent media. But this one has got removable media. Let's see if I can get it here. Okay, you've got to do it from the side here. And it was a plasticky back, but it still looked nice. Very big phone. At the time when this was current, this was the biggest battery you could get for a phone. Whoa, came shooting up at me. I put a SanDisk 32 gigabyte micro SD card in it, and it works fabulously with it. It's just a wonder. I love it. If anybody's wondering why I, why I didn't stick with these phones and stuff, because I wanted to upgrade to a better phone. But I still use these phones for Bluetooth, because they, have Bluetooth capability and store music. And actually, some people use these as security cameras. They just charge them up every once in a while or keep them permanently plugged in, and they use them as security cameras. So, I mean, you can't beat that. Plus, I mean, if this camera that I'm working with now ever goes down, and if I don't use another one, I could use this one too. This is a very good camera. I think it's 13 megapixels in the back, and I think 1.5 or 2 in front. Not very good front camera, but nice back camera. So let's see it fired up. Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Well, this takes a while to load, doesn't it? Sorry about that. If I'd known that, I'd have it turned on beforehand. I don't remember that. There you go. Swipe unlocked. As you can see, it's quite a big phone. I believe it's 4 3/4. It's like 4 3/4 inches, I believe, diagonally. Super AMOLED screen. All right. Well, that's it for this part of this video. I know it's been a while, but I thought I did it here. Maybe if you have some other stuff, if I can find it. All right, thanks. Like and subscribe and a subscription. You guys have a good day. Bye.